Welcome to our video on how to make leek and potato soup with the soup maker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you step by step and show you how easy it is and how cheap it is to make a batch of soup which you can totally enjoy on the day, but you can also pop in the fridge and in the freezer. So what do we have ingredients wise? You've got 2 to 3 potatoes, I've got 2 leeks, 1 onion, a couple of veg stock cubes, and I've got some salt and pepper to taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the potatoes and the onion and the leek, I'm going to chop everything up and pop it in the soup maker. So I don't want you to think about sizes of what you're doing. I don't want you to think about, is it big, is it too big, too small? Just chop away. So I would just kind of chop the end off there. Not going to need that bit. And then just work your way through. What happens with the soup maker, you've got 2 settings on there. So you've got chunky and you've got creamed. Now I tend to find when I'm doing this, I go with creamed. So this is why I'm saying don't worry about the size of what you cut something. It's just working your way through. Let's get rid of some of those end bits there. I don't want any of that. I'm going to get the second one, do the same thing there, cut off the ends, and then just work your way through these. So I've gone for 2, they're probably a little bit on the large side actually, these ones. It says 2 medium ones. It just depends on what the store's got and what bargains you can get, if I'm being honest. These right now, leeks, they're just coming in, or just coming into season, so you shouldn't have a problem getting hold of them. So just place them in there. Don't worry about how it goes. In they go. I'm going to get onion. Again, don't worry about it. I usually, the way I tend to chop onions is 1 on either end, like that. And then I peel off this outside bit. I do if my hands are working anyhow. Just peel off, that's what I do. Stop playing at all, there we go, we're playing now. So it looks a little bit like that. Cut it in half, and then again, same thing again. Now if I was cooking this on the hob or something, I'd cook it in half again. You can do like that, in it goes. Oops, the daisies. Same thing with this side. And then I'm going to add the potatoes. So to peel the potatoes, you have your regular peeler. I like this kind of peeler, and I just find yourself a bit of space so you can just put all of your bits and pieces, your waste there. It can either go into recycling, or it can go. There we go. And it goes. You can see there. So there's one. I'll add the other 2 as well, and the same thing I'm going to do there is just roughly chop. Don't worry about size. And it goes. I'll add the other 2 as well. I'll do that presently. The other thing I'm going to add as well is the vegetable stock cubes. Now these stock cubes were I think I got 3 for 2 actually today, vegetable ones, and they come 10 in a packet, but have a nosy through home bargains, whatever. Find your cheapest version, just 2 of those that go in there as well. I will do the other 2 potatoes. You just don't need to see me watching. Let's stay watching while I do that. I'm adding salt and pepper. Now someone says, how much salt and pepper do you put in? I put a couple of shakes in. If you don't have salt, if you don't like salt and pepper in your food, don't put it in. Less is better than more, because you can always add some at the end if needs be. And then what I'm going to do with that in a moment is I'm going to add that, and I can show you, bear with me. You can see what's going on in here now, can't you? There, if you can see that, I'm not sure if you can. There's a maximum line in there. What I'm going to do then is top that up with boiling water once I've added those extra potatoes. So I will come back when I'm getting to that stage in a second. Okay, as you can see, I've added the rest of the potatoes in, and I've added, I've just boiled the kettle and added boiling water to it. In there, you can't see it, but there's a line that says maximum, and that's where I've gone to. So that is roughly how it will look. Okay, bear with me a second. Okay, I've added the lid now, and as you can see, there's different programs that are going on here. Totally up to you, but I do enjoy the creamed version of this. And then you press start, and on it goes. So today we cooked a tomato and basil soup, and that took about 20-25 minutes. We have put this on now. I'll let you know how long it takes. So I wanted to, a bit like anything when you're cooking, I want it to be bespoke for you. Now what I'm going to do is make some croutons, some very rough and ready croutons, but what I want to use, and again, that's what I want to show you. So these are a couple of crusty rolls that I got over the weekend, so they're about 3-4 days old. Not necessarily something, I'll be honest, that I'd want to eat fresh now because we've gone past that stage, but anything like that makes a brilliant crouton. So what I've done is I've cut them in half. I'm going to place them there in the tray, and then if you get some olive oil, place that over the top like that. Just like that. There we go. And you pop that in the oven. I tend to cook most things on 180, but whatever you feel like doing. I'm going to pop that in. I'll let you know time-wise. It's usually about 10-15 minutes, but you'll know from what you're after is a really kind of rustic feel on it. And then what you can do once they come out, or you can do it beforehand, it's just easier when they're cooked, is break them up so you've got some nice big chunky bits there that you can use as croutons. Or, to be honest with you, you could have used that bread that was just a little bit, not so much fresh that you want to eat it with a sandwich. You could use that and use it to dip in the soup. So it's totally up to you, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So I show, and then I'm being naughty now, but you just add a little bit of, not saying that's the healthiest for you, a little bit of something onto there. It just adds that little bit of taste for you. I will show you at the end what these look like when they come out. Again, these are optional, totally optional with any soup that you have, totally up to you. Oh, that's been about 20-25 minutes. It's just beeps now, so it would keep warm if I left it like that. But as you can see, look at that. Right, what I will do is I will dish that up along with the croutons so you can kind of get a picture of the final part. Here it is. I can tell you, I have just tried a bit. It's blooming lovely. It's quite thick actually. So depending on how you like it, just look at that. Oh yeah. What you could do if you want it quite thick, you could cut one of the potatoes out, but give it a go. The thing is with all of this, for what it's costing you, have a go, try it. You can add some garlic into there, a couple of small cloves of garlic onto there. So this is what I was showing you before. As you can see, they look fabulous. And they're all lovely and crusty. So I would get one of those, pop it on the side there, and I would break that up. And you can either then add that in to the top, like so, or you can use it and just use it as like a little bit of a scoop, whatever you find. I mean, look at those. You can do it without the olive oil on there as well, so you've got a crusty roll to go in, or you can just do it with a normal roll or no roll at all. I hope that has helped, and I hope it's inspired you to get your either to get a soup maker or to use your soup maker. As always as well, because we've still got absolutely loads in there, the key to all of this is we're doing some bulk cooking, is so get yourself some of these little plastic takeaways. You can get these in a pack of 4, 5 or 6 from Home Bargains, B&M, something like that, and that will sit, once it's cooled down, will sit in the fridge nice and fresh for 3 to 4 days, or once it's cooled down, pop it in the freezer, and that's a 3-month for you. So as you start to do different flavours, you can then always know that when you open the freezer, you've got something warm inside for you. Hope this has helped and inspired you, and leave some messages. Let me know how you found it.